Dean, good to see you. Happy new season, mate.
Happy new season to you as well.
Let me ask you first about the big news this week. Jack Grealish signing his new contract. Look, you've probably seen the reaction from Aston Villa fans to that news. How important for this season, for the ambition of the club going forward, that Jack Grealish has committed his long-term future to Villa?
I believe it's really important. There was a lot of speculation about Jack and what might or might not happen, and the fact that he's committed, I think, shows, and I said afterwards on Tuesday night, a big statement of intent from the football club, the owners, and what they want to achieve. He's been talismanic for the football club, and had a really good season last year, and he's in our first back in the Premier League. So a big statement and great news for everybody involved at Villa.
He still had 3 years left on his old contract, so in footballing terms and legal terms, there didn't seem to be kind of an urgency to get him into a new deal. But I guess this must have been something you and the club had been thinking about and planning for a while, was it?
Yeah, there always is. He was on the contract that he signed, I believe, when we were still in the Championship. So we've come up to the Premier League, and he's proved what he can do to everybody. And as I say, you can't deal with the speculation that's just going to be there always. But what Jack's done, he's committed, his future to the football club, and I think he spoke how happy he was about that commitment and about the plans of the football club as well.
Can I ask you about Emilio Martinez? Is he ready to play, and does he become automatically your number one?
He's certainly ready to play. Whether he's the automatic number one is what he does in training and matches. But he's, he played against us a couple of weeks ago for Arsenal, so we know he's ready to play. And he's played in the Community Shield already as well. So he's probably had more games than our goalkeepers have had so far. So in terms of readiness, 100%. And you have to go and earn the shirt. All the players know that. And as I said, when we got him, you don't get very many opportunities to go and get a goalkeeper of his calibre, at this stage of his career. And the opportunity arose, and we moved very swiftly to get it done.
Can I ask about Bertrand Traoré? Can you tell us how close that deal is to being done?
I can't, because I don't know. There's a few deals that we're obviously speaking about at the moment, but I'm not sure where we are on it until I get an update from Johan and Christian.
Okay, good man. The final one from me. Are we expecting more signs? Are you still trying to do more, even if Traoré happens, or will that be Villa done? We're
still trying to bring a couple of more players in. We still think we're a little light in some areas, but we think it's been a very good window so far. With what we've had to do, we spoke a lot about last season was going to be about quantity, because we had a big turnaround in players, and this season is about quality rather than quantity. And Ollie Watkins, Matt Cash, and Emiliano Martinez, we think is good quality so far, and we're looking to add to that as well.
Top man, thank you.
Cheers, Rob.
Is everybody fit before we go any further?
No, Bjorn Engels has got a slight thigh strain at the moment, and obviously Wesley Moraes, he's still out, and Tom Heaton as well.
Okay, and in terms of, you mentioned that there's deals in the pipeline. I presume there's going to be some outgoings in amongst all of that.
Yeah, Scott Hogan obviously went yesterday to Birmingham City, and I said after the game on Tuesday that you can't stockpile players. Other players will see other players coming in and want to know where their future lies and whether they're still in the plans, and their conversations that we've been having all the time at the football club. And at the moment there's a window that closes internationally on the 5th of October and domestically on the 12th of October. So anything can happen in regards ins or outs over the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm. And Sheffield United then obviously had an incredible season last year and played some really good football along the way. For them, I presume they've got to live up to their own standards, where for you, I guess you're going to try and emulate what they did last year.
Yeah, they had a fantastic season. They're first back in the Premier League for a long time, and I think they took a lot of teams by surprise. And Chris done really well with the squad of players that he had, and they've got to go and try and reproduce that. We're looking at improving. We weren't satisfied. We've finished 17th in the league, and our job now is to go and improve on that. And we believe, with the players that we've got, we'll be better for the experiences last season, and we believe we'll be better moving on this season.
I mean, the ambition of the club was obviously one of the big factors that kept Jack, if you like. And in terms of the ambitions, where are they this season?
To finish higher than 17th.
one step at a time. Because I read your 5-year sort of goal, if you like. The long term is to be pushing for Europe, and it's very easy to look at the horizon and not what's in front of you sometimes in football.
Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, we stayed up on the last day last season, and we learnt a lot of lessons. We had a lot of change the previous season, a lot of injuries as well. So loads of circumstances that can occur during the season. Hopefully, we don't have injuries this season, and we can go and be a better team than certainly we were last year. As I said before, starting the season, I felt we would be better than 6 or 7 teams. With the injuries, it proved not to be, and our aim now is to certainly finish higher.
Okay, thank you.
Jonathan, on you go next, please.
Morning, Dean. Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Just in terms of preparing tactically for a match with Sheffield United, you know what they're all about. Others maybe last season got caught out a little bit. Do you have to prepare tactically slightly differently for their way of going about things?
No, there's quite a few teams that are playing, 3 at the back now as well. So, I don't think there's going to be too many surprises for me or Chris in terms of how we both play and how we both set up. So, it's there's always going to be tactical battles in any game that you play. I'm accustomed to his players that he's got and know an awful lot about quite a few of them because I've had a couple of them myself and sold them to Sheffield United. So, the likes of John Egan and Jack O'Connell. But they were very productive last season in the way they played, and our job is to make sure we're better this season.
What is Ollie Watkins' potential in this division? What have you said to him in terms of targets, potential, anything like that?
He's got a will to want to keep getting better. He scored 26 goals last season in the Championship, which is an unbelievable record. He was disappointed. He felt he should have scored 36, and that's just the way Ollie works. He's a lovely lad, and a willing learner, and he'll just keep getting better. So we haven't really set goals for him at all. But I know just the personality and the character he is. They'll keep pushing to get better.
And would you like to ideally bring anyone else in from Brentford, Dean? Anyone else on your radar there?
I think Thomas Frank has already said that nobody else is for sale there.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Dean.
Tom,
Dean, just a quick word about Jack as well, if I could. Is he the best signing of the summer, do you think?
Who for Villa? Well, we already had him, so I'm not sure he can be classed as the best signing. But it's a great.
Everybody was talking about him moving away. All of a sudden now he's staying.
Yeah, I know, but as I said, we can't deal with speculation anyway. But he was already our player. But it's a great statement to everybody that he's committed. I think that's the most important thing, that a player of Jack's calibre is actually committed to the project again at Aston Villa.
Your signings, excellent signings. They give you a few headaches in picking teams, etc. That's good for you, isn't it, with the options?
Yeah, that's what you need as a manager, and that's what you want. You want options and quality players as well. And we've got John McGinn back now as well. And I said earlier, he came back in Project Restart, but he was probably 80% of where we wanted him to be. And now we've got a fully fit John McGinn ready to go again.
This league seems to get tougher season on season. How important is it that you do bring quality in just to move forward? You can't afford to stand still in the Premier League, it seems. No,
it's really important that we brought quality in, and I've said before that you want players that are pushing each other all the time in training to get better. And I feel that we're doing that now. Just adding them little bits of quality. You've seen the training sessions, the quality of the training sessions rise, and that's down to the signings that we've made already.
How important is a winning start for you?
Yeah, it's very important. Playing on a Monday night, we could still be mid-table, having played less than no games at all, and some teams have played 2 games. So it's a little bit of a weird start for us, but winning start certainly always helps to get over the line. And we got beat comfortably against Tottenham last season, and then our first home game was against Bournemouth that we felt we should have won and gave them 2 goals. So it's going to be an important start for us, but we know how good that Sheffield United have been and can be. So we're going to have to be right at our game right at the start.
Finally, what do you expect from Sheffield United? They haven't spent too much, apart from the goalkeeper. They haven't spent a lot. What do you expect from them? Pretty
much what we've seen over the last couple of seasons. It's a team that hasn't changed too much. They've evolved as a team by moving into the Premier League, but they've certainly added with the goalkeeper, and the centre forward they brought in last season, and Berger as well. So they've got quality players there and a quality team, and it'll be a tough game.
Listen, good luck. See you Monday.
Thanks, mate.
Dean, how much better do you feel about your position now than 12 months ago when you were coming into this league, not experiencing it yourself, and also arguably with a stronger squad now, and that's experience in the last 12 months?
Yeah, I mean, last season when we started, we were full of enjoyment from getting promoted, but also going into the unknown, so to speak. We were excited about the opportunities, but it took a while for some players to get into Premier League football. John McGinn, for instance, hit the ground running, whereas other players took a little bit more time. And I think everybody's adjusted now to Premier League life. They know the expectations and the levels of it, and I think we'll be better for that now as well.
The lack of fans is affecting budgets. Was the discussion during those summer signings that you had to be a bit more careful with the money, and do you think it's affecting the market as well?
Yeah, well, I think it's always going to affect the market. The fact that there's no supporters, the pandemic has affected every business in the world. So it had to affect the marketplace within football as well. And every sort of deals in the Premier League seems to be quoted around the 20 million mark. But obviously people speculate even though they're undisclosed at times as well. But it certainly affected everything, yeah.
And finally, the fans maybe could accept during the restart that was 9-10 games and they couldn't come in. We don't know when fans are going to come back in any numbers. What would you say to those Villa fans who are frustrated in having to watch you via a laptop or whatever?
Well, we certainly feel for them because we're frustrated that they are not at the stadium as well. But I hope they were proud of how we finished the season last year, and hopefully we can go into the new season and make them proud again. But we certainly want them back in the stadium as soon as possible.
Dean, thank you. Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.